So good morning. It's a fact that when one suddenly doesn't think, he doesn't search. He is not troubled by any search. So whatever interpretation comes afterwards, it's interpretations of personal mind. Every interpretation is the best for the one who tells it. It may not be universal because there is no truth. There is not such a thing. So who cares about the interpretations? And in that way, I don't see any value to say, oh, all those masters, they tell in different way the same truth. They indicate the same. I would say no. I would say no. Everyone, it's a fact I repeat, when he doesn't think, where isn't he? And that, as an effect, it makes your search disappear. Unless you prefer to follow some concepts that you want to fulfill. So whatever is uttered, if you stay at some particular expression, is because it fits your own demand. Doesn't mean more than that. And it means everything. Because then you don't go on searching anymore. So you have not to search the one who looks like telling better what's real than another. It's not like that. There is no better. Anyway. That gives you such a freedom, huh? So don't weaken yourself by listening to your mind. That's all. So, how are you? You see, if you have found the truth or the conviction or the experience of it, becomes a philosophy or a religion. And for some that fits, but for some it doesn't fit. That's why they search. They had enough and they saw the limits of following a truth. So for those I spoke like this. So, no question, you are totally fine, which is fantastic. If you're not fine, maybe you find it fantastic also, I don't know. So, what you want to? Any question you ask me? So there is absolutely nothing like a truth to defend or to try to impose. Everybody can, at any time, anywhere, have a moment of not thinking. Don't search further. Otherwise, again, you go in your mind. You will give power to believe what your mind presents. But wherever you are left, your interpretation will be the best for you. It's the best you can do, even if you say, I cannot express it. And that will be different with everybody. And it doesn't matter. Because the essential is that one stopped searching, that one is no more bothered by the question.
Ganga.
Yeah, hi.
A quick question or
Yeah.
feeling from the heart.
Mm.
So sometimes it's very open and spacious and relaxed, and sometimes it's more dense. And I feel when it's dense, it's even harder to just go in the space of silence or in peace or so. And so
The heart is like this, no? It pumps. Mm. You want to change, you want that it's always... then you will not live. Contract, extract, contract, extract. Yeah? So, you want to be always what? Open and vast and...
at least the mind in peace and the heart in peace.
Yeah, but then you see, for a moment, just for a moment, don't consider that you have a mind and a heart. No, this is too easy. This is an easy love. You don't have a mind, you don't have a heart. Wherever you are left, it's enough. All the rest is mind fuck. It's really, and because it's fucking, it troubles, you make suffer, and you surge. So there is no hope. Don't laugh so easily.
May I?
Yeah, sure. Okay, it's your expression. It's lovely.
I feel like laughing.
Yeah. Sure. I just provoke a bit. You have not to try to fit the image you have of the one free. Ramana Maharishi is nearly on the top of the top. Or can you even fit? You don't have a kopinam even. You don't have an ashram. You don't have a cow. You don't have a. So how can you fit? You will never fit. You don't know Tamil. There is no truth as such. So be free to fit or to correspond to what great one said. He said because he cannot say differently, it is like this for him. When it doesn't go in his mind. So when you don't go in your mind, whatever comes as an expression, if it stops you to hook at the presentations of your mind, this is it. And go for it. You express something different, doesn't matter. You know, it's great. And if you are still restless about it, it's because you don't take the risk to simply keep quiet for a second. That's all. At least it's how I see. Because then the relief is not to be fast hypnotized, I would say. Hypnotized by a presentation. It's a big relief. So now where you are left, who cares? If you are relieved, who cares? Do you? She's at a singing lesson. Yet I don't know if you had enough experience about it, but definitively whatever the mind can say is limited by nature. So one probably will never be satisfied.
It's my first time, so I will try to phrase the question. Yeah, for me, I think that what's coming alive for me in my life right now, this theme of the week, has been like aggression from others, and even my daughter sometimes she can be a bit aggressive, and I guess what I'm asking is what I've been trying to do lately is just not react so much to it, and it's hard, and it's a really hard practice. I think before in my life I would react a bit, either be aggressive back or try to defend myself or this, and yeah, so I'm wondering what your thoughts on this, because right now, like, I'm not reacting to other people's aggression, and it's working. I mean, I just fill myself up with love, and
it will not last. That's a problem. You will be successful a few times, and then once it will be over, and then what?
What will be over?
Nothing.
Nothing.
You cannot change these action, reactions, things of your body, mind, of your circumstances.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not dealing with that. It is too complicated. I'm a bit simple-minded, so I prefer the direction of not thinking while you do this and that, maybe. Nothing wrong. How can you control your life? So don't spend so much energy in something you will be anyway failing at. You will fail. So the happiness or the peace is surely not through an achievement or an ideal of an achievement and so on, you see. Yeah. It's always temporary accomplishment, if at all you have. So what I see is that not to go in your mind is like, the effect of it is like, who cares then? Then I answer as I answer to you because of that. To be freed from the tyranny of the creation. You see, to see that all this creation anyway appears, disappears, goes on changing. How can you rely on that? Maybe it will appease you. When I say appease you, I don't say that you will not react, but you will be at peace even if you react. It's okay what to do. And forget. Some people are very clever. They say, no, I don't react, I just respond. Act, react, forget.
So I'm hearing that you're saying, like, just don't go into the mind about it in general. Yeah?
Go and see yourself. What effect it gives you.
Ganga. I feel that I arrived to a place of being quite happy with my knowing or whatever.
Yeah.
But then it went, and I saw that I was knowing.
Yeah. Lucky you are.
And so, I don't know if I have a question, I just wanted to bring that because
Okay, then you bring that, yeah. And where are you left when you bring it? It disappears. Where are you left?
well,
You could just not go further.
yeah. But I see, yeah, there was quite a lot. I like the knowing.
Yes, because you know it's a temporary relief in a way, because oh, I believed in that, I see it's not it, it's a concept, and so it drops and drops, and that of course there is a kind of knowledge which looks like emptiness. Because it's deconstructing. Yet it's too much, because it entertains somebody, it's the belonging, it's the possession of someone. And actually that someone is the trouble, to believe at least that it stops at someone. So that's what I say, not to think. And it's sudden and doesn't need to be fixed. It cannot be fixed anyway. You just stay there. This is the most valuable which can cross, I think, death and birth.
So I feel like I just need to express the feeling of that, which is disappointment.
Yeah, of course. Imagine the mind, he arrived there,
Yeah.
which is a big thing. At least not to be confused. It's an attainment. What is it? Tuka, I knew you were multi-talented, but you're a bad boy to whistle when just very serious. Like that. Just quite a fragile thread, you know. Thank you. Now from here you see you can always enter into something, but then you know it. Not as a knowledge that you can possess. So what you would express? You have to come to Satsang, you have to tell something. What you would say? About the subject. I love it! Okay, good! Okay. Yeah, that also is gone.
I would say that it's not a it's a very uncomfortable experience.
About?
The well, I called it disappointment.
You
I
could,
called it disappointment. I said disappointment.
yeah, the mind, yeah. You can say whatever. Okay, if you are disappointed, then you will search something more satisfying, probably.
Well, I think that's why I bring it because
But are you aware that your mind presented to you the disappointment,
absolutely.
and with something like, no,
Yeah.
no, I get him. I will present something beyond that. You see,
Yeah.
something which looks like more Advaitist or something. While,
Something more permanent.
yeah, something more permanent. Yeah. But who is conceiving the time? The mind, okay. So whatever the mind presents, if you run after it, you will be in trouble. That's why I give the highest value to sudden split seconds of not thinking. It's a way to express, of course. Not to be slaved from presentations, you see. Often it's like that, you see, you often, it may not be, but you have years of journey, and then of course you acquire knowledge which saves you in a way, which makes you quieter and even quiet. And suddenly that also breaks or collapses. it was the fortress of the mind. The fortress. It was like, okay, here I am, but in my glory, you know, and who are you when everything collapses? And don't search for it. Just remain there. Can this collapse? If yes, it was another fortress. Even to realize the truth is a fortress. It will collapse, don't worry. Or some may die with that, but some not. You just realize, don't go in your mind, this is the best. And whenever you go in your mind, doesn't matter, it's like this as long as this body-mind lives. But you have a freedom not to go in your mind at times. It is enough. Completely.
The subject of Satsang remains so beautiful.
Yes, but what is beautiful? It's because it removes the carpets of the mind, you see, or at least there is less grip to the mind. Then one finds it beautiful. Finally, there is less, I am someone and I suffer or I endure, whatever. That is beautiful, yeah.
So it's not too much. I mean,
to feel beautiful, is it not too much?
Well, okay, so
it will go, don't worry. And can come back. Because if you say beautiful, it becomes a shape again. It had no shape. That's why you said it's beautiful. But then, after, if the mind comes in, he will say, yeah, it was vast, I was so relieved and whatnot. And then it becomes your reference. And then, again, you will be deluded. You can always express what is the mind or the creation. The rest, nobody knows. Nobody knows. And what is expressed is just, don't fall into the trap of this presentation, and that will change according to each one who speaks. Some will insist that all is an illusion, some will insist only that exists, the rest doesn't exist, some will say there are both. Here, everybody will express in a different way. And for that one, it's perfect. Now, go where you will be at peace. Whatever. No one of those is more true than another. Find out where you are at peace. And generally, I'm quite sure, but everything is possible, one will say, it's when I am not in my mind. That's what I say. Find out where you are at peace. And whatever expressions comes from there, who cares if it doesn't fit Papaji or Ramana or Buddha? Who cares? Find out where you are at peace. Basta. Nobody has more or less.
Ganga, this
Where are you?
this realizations during the day that you suddenly realized that you were like going with the thoughts and
Yeah.
then something sort of disconnect from that.
Mhm.
Is that still also a movement of the mind?
No, the movement of the mind was that you were thinking you were lost.
Oh, okay.
So,
Because sometimes there's an inner reminding, but it also has a voice, and I don't know if this voice
a
is
poison?
voice, and I
Ah,
don't know
voice.
if this voice is trustworthy.
Any voice is the mind.
Okay, yeah, so that's
Yeah.
also the question.
Don't listen.
Okay.
I mean, or listen, but no, then it's the mind.
Yeah.
Yeah? There is no compromise here. It's simple. Anything you can know or experience or hear or smell or touch or feel is the mind.
Then I feel I really don't know who I am.
You will be happy about that, otherwise again it will be in the mind. No, it's valuable. That nothing, nobody can take from you. And when it has a shape or a name, it will collapse anyway. Good.
Ganga.
Yeah.
So there's this idea that in the like split second of quietness, that something has to happen.
This is a happening.
Mm-hmm.
It's non-happening, that's why it is not seen. It's not acknowledged.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Because there's just, there's this experience of separateness. Like there's this feeling that like something has to happen. But is that?
it happened before. That thought is too late. Why do you grasp it? It will tell nonsense. You must have a reference somewhere. Oh, it happened. Oh, it happened to this guy at that moment. But those, they say, as I hear sometimes, it's a happening in a non-happening. There is no happening. One doesn't understand. It's clear. It's not understandable. Because it's not in the world of happenings. Don't ask me how is it possible. It's not understandable. Yet one speaks like that. What happened, nobody knows.
But somehow something shifts in the being.
In the being, sure. There are shifts in the being. But then what? And where did you fall now? From the mind to the heart? Yeah. It's like a lift, you were at the 10th floor and then you come back to the rez-de-chaussée.
The ground floor.
The ground floor. The mind. Tell me more. Yeah.
Yeah. So then it's if I just stay, and then anything comes and it's just not belief, like all that the sense of the suffering, the sense of separateness, the sense of this person, it's all just.
Yeah.
So if I just stay.
It's just a fountain.
Mm-hmm. So if I just stay, then that's just it. But as I sit, then that becomes the concept of. So how do you?
If you want to be freed from this preoccupation or anxiety to be separated, know that all this knowing and experiencing is the mind. And so, who are you to know all that? What is it? And don't go searching for it. You just keep quiet or remain as where you always have been before you caught the thought. Am I clear?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you have not to live that way. It's impossible. I cannot live that way. Because it is I who was alive, a personal I, isn't it? So don't try to live like this. Yet, when this didn't happen, and it looks something happen for I, your life will not be continuity. It will be cut by your own love or attraction to just not go in the mind. You be aware that everything that you can see or feel or experience is a movement of the mind. For example, you feel lost. It's because you thought you were located somewhere and then you are lost. All these are movements of the mind. Or you feel ignorant. Then of course you want to not to be confused anymore. It's all the mind which is never satisfied at one fixed state. So he always is greedy, he always wants better and more, beyond, prior, the divine, what not, enlightenment. It's based on the belief that you are not those things already, and so on. So, if you follow any movement of the mind, at least know it. You cannot help. You have a body-mind which has a span of life. But at least know what it is. And then you take rest in whatever.
And how can that knowing not be just another thought?
Not being?
How can that knowing not be just another thought?
It's not another thought if you don't bring that thought and catch it. The mind is meant to trouble.
Nothing to do, eh?
Don't catch it. Tired?
Sometimes tiredness comes, and I'm kind of driving my attention away from it, that I'm not the body, the tiredness.
Then what? You see, it's a bit cuckoo also to say I'm not the body, not the mind. What you are not, it's a thought. A thought, and then it takes this shape of body, mind, tiredness, whatever, explosion, big bang, enlightenment, ignorance, seeker, no seeker. It's a thought. I'm not a thought. Otherwise, I'm not the body, you become mad. I'm not the body, but I pinch myself, I am feeling something. What is this, who they are? You know, the main thing was to tell that. You are not a thought. And of course, everybody is very concentrated on this very compact thought. That's why they said, but I mean, that cannot be a philosophy. I'm not the mind and not the body. Then what? For 30 years, people turn, for the around Arunachali. I'm not the body, not the mind. Meanwhile, they go to hospital and whatnot to fix the body, the back, the machin. What is this? I'm fed up with all those things. Oh. Great teachers, yes, I'm not the body, not the mind. Let me mange and have a woman here and there, and then no, I'm not the body, not the mind. Oh. It's not understandable. So, try to find out what you really want, this life. What is the most essential, and then go for it. Try to figure it out. Otherwise, you see, you don't know which advice to take, or which advice will fit you. You know it already?
That's why I'm here.
To find out what you want. Okay.
No, just, yes, to find out myself. Just
Who you are.
Yes.
Who you are. Yes. To find out who you are, you have to forget the who. Just a split second. It's not a meditative place. Just a split second. Be freed from that who I am. Yes. That's valuable, you see. That's valuable, priceless. Yeah.
If we follow like what you said now, like to figure out what we want in this life,
Yeah.
but isn't it also then again like taking shape?
Of course it's a shape. But you see, if you want so many things,
It's better to
it's
just go
better
for
to have one. It's like the elephant in the market. If he's free, he will eat an orange and then a cabbage and then a lemon, and then he will take even the sari of somebody. So the people give him a trunk. He has to put his trunk around the trunk. This thing, and then he goes through the market without troubling everybody and not troubling himself. Otherwise, he will get some diarrhea or something. So, to know what you want is that trunk.
But if one doesn't want anymore anything from
Then you were never an elephant.
So then this is then the demand.
Very good. Then you can be anything, elephant, ant, man, woman, whatever. But you are nothing. Yeah. Happy?
I have a question, though I don't know what to ask. So you were saying earlier that what we feel is our mind.
Yeah.
And yeah, what I'd like to know is more about, like, maybe you can speak about emotions, as sometimes I feel so deeply when I'm not in the mind. And yeah, so maybe you can speak a little bit about this, and also like maybe how to transform those emotions or how to make use of them.
Yeah. You know, you will see by yourself. So you can describe the emotions. Already telling it's an emotion is a description, no? So for a description you need a describer. Yeah? Somebody who describes. So it's obvious that it's apparent. It's the world of appearance like this. I have this kind of emotions. Yeah? Yeah? Clear? Mm-hmm. So whatever appears, I call it the mind, to make it simple. But of course, a thought looks very different from an emotion. There are different, so many layers in the mind, you see. Some emotions look more near your heart. You will not say, I have an emotion there, or maybe a very intellectual emotion, but otherwise it is there, and so on. So I call all what appears the mind. So there is nothing appearing if there is no I. I see this, I feel this, I experience this, I know this. Yeah? This is the mind. This is the mind. So at times this question comes, but what is this I? Oh, okay, I hear it's the mind, but then who am I? In fact, is there something else? And here it can become a surge, an obsessive surge. So the answer is when you don't catch the question anymore. Now about transforming emotions, I'm not the best at it because I left them a bit raw for myself.
You left them?
A bit raw for myself, but you do as you like. There are many people who can help you in that way. But you see, for me, if you are busy transforming your person, it's okay. And it's human also. One wants to be better, feeling better. But it's in the movie of the appearance. Yeah? And it may be enough satisfaction. It may not. Depends on each one. At least be aware that whatever you describe is because I rose. I is called the root cause of all this manifestation. Yeah? You want to ask something?
Me?
Yeah, why not?
I'm a lot trapped in my own humor.
Yeah. Moods.
Moods. And,
Yeah.
I feel it's not from the mind, but
It doesn't help.
no, it doesn't help.
You will not be helped there.
Finish?
You will not be helped in that realm. No. You will be helped the moment the moment you don't go to any movement. Just like this, sudden. And then again. But at least
But if I cut them, it's an act of.
who cares? The mind comes back. Yes, the mind tells it, sure. Then what? You will listen to the mind? It will never happen then if you listen to the mind. He's extremely a master of arguments. Don't listen.
But But at least when I feel the moods, I feel the identity, I feel like
Identity, yeah, you're right.
if I don't feel them, well then,
What do you want?
You were talking about finding your aim, finding what to do here, and can you help a bit with that? How you feel the joy and then follow that, or
No, but for example, what you don't need to tell me, but in yourself tell it at least. What is your priority? Tell one thing, not many, because of course many things are important, but one thing at least you have to achieve in your life. What is it? Then go for it. And here, satsang is for those who, for some strange reason, but who cares, they really questioned or had enough of experiences. They're fed up. I am fed up. Enough. Enough. I'm not happy. I'm not happy with whatever the world presents me. It's strange maybe, but it happens. So satsang is for those. Because then their priorities, I have to solve this. Who am I? What is real? What is all this? And they are obsessed. One gets obsessed and not happy at all while searching. Sometimes very happy because they think they find, but then after it they fail, and so on. So satsang is for those. So if your demand is not that, please, you go and find what you want, and then the help will come to you. The fitting help for you will come. I believe in that. But then you have to be clear about the demand.
and I get a bit stuck when you ask, what do you want? And I to serve or to I don't know. It just
Yeah, but it can take time, to see that. It can take time, and then you will be happy to be clear about it. Confusion doesn't give a good feeling, sure. You see. So I suggest that.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I didn't hear the last thing.
So I suggest that. Yeah. It can take some time, sure. Or you can even change during your searching your journey. You see, I want that, and then when you attain that or see enough of that, you say, oh no, it's not exactly that, I prefer the... You see. Okay? Okay. The last one? No, not necessarily, if you want.
I do have one question.
Yeah. Okay.
Like detaching from the mind. Sometimes it doesn't work like and the mind and sometimes I find another way around to find a very like a peaceful state of being, and it's by embracing whatever comes in the space of love.
It's beautiful, but
Amazing.
it's it's something beautiful.
I don't feel there's separation with this love and who I am.
Lucky you.
The mind forgets. And,
Do you expect to live, to experience something permanently in this impermanent world? Must be a huge, huge utopia.
must be possible.
Try. Try. It's possible when you are not there. If you are there, it's not possible. And when are you not there? Tell me now. When?
I feel there is this space of love that just dissolves everything. Like even me. And I cannot go there even, but
Okay, you understand yourself. Good. So you have no problem.
now no.